Welcome to The Daily for Tuesday, June 4th with Simon Borg. I'm Jason Segini, coming to you from our new Midtown studio here in Manhattan. This is the first of several changes coming to The Daily over the course of the next couple of weeks, so stay tuned to MLSsoccer.com for that. And Simon, speaking of changes, the CONCACAF Champions League draw took place last night. Originally, there were some Mexican teams facing off against MLS teams in the group stage. That is not supposed to happen. So they had to reshuffle the draw a bit, but now we finally know who is facing who in the group stage.
And Jason, I don't necessarily agree with keeping the Mexican and American teams separated in the group stage. I say seed the teams by order, by merit, and then let them play each other. But regardless, the way things net out, we have a group of death. It's the one that has the San Jose Earthquakes facing the Montreal Impact, and then there's going to be a third Guatemalan team in there to be determined, but that has to be the toughest group. Remember, one team advances into the knockout round from each group. They're made up of three teams. Some of the highlights: Houston, they face Árabe Unido again. Sporting Kansas City, in their first participation in this tournament, face the likes of Olimpia of Honduras. That's going to be a tough one. And the LA Galaxy come up again against the Salvadoran side, Isidro Metapan.
All right, check out MLSsoccer.com for the full group slates and schedules for CONCACAF Champions League. All right, one big World Cup qualifier tonight as Mexico travels to Jamaica. Remember, last time they played in Mexico City, Jamaica earned the 0-0 draw. So the Mexicans now looking to try to get some points in Jamaica. Remember, these are the two bottom teams in the group stage here in CONCACAF, Simon. So tell me, with Jurgen Klinsmann and the U.S. national team boarding a plane for Jamaica today, they're expected to be at the match tonight. What is Jurgen Klinsmann looking for?
Well, they want to see how this new Jamaican side really set themselves up on the field, because this is a Jamaica team missing 4 starters from that team that went into Mexico and held El Tri for a 0-0 draw. So I think we're going to see some changes in how Jamaica shapes up. Then for Mexico, it's going to be interesting. They're not counting on Giovanni Dos Santos to start in this one. Carlos Salcido, who was a defensive midfielder, he's now at left back. But Chicharito, he's on a hot streak, scored 2 goals against Nigeria. We'll see if he keeps it up in Jamaica.
All right, you can watch that game on Telemundo in the U.S. And don't forget, U.S. against Jamaica on Friday night. Well, it's Tuesday, and that means it's time for a Castrol Index update. And we're starting at number 1 with Atiba Harris, who had a great game against FC Dallas at home for the Colorado Rapids, scoring 2 goals.
And Jason, we have 3 goalkeepers rounding out the top 5, starting with Seattle's Michael Sperning. He's followed by Bobby Shuttleworth of the New England Revolution. Jordan Harvey, the left back for the Vancouver Whitecaps, figures at number 4. And Nick Raimondo, goalkeeper for Real Salt Lake, comes in at number 5.
And now looking at the overall rankings for the year, and Jack McInerney, the Golden Boot leader in MLS so far, at number 1.
And hot on his heels in the Golden Boot chase, Marco Di Vaio, the forward for the Montreal Impact, comes in at 2, followed by a goalkeeper, Donovan Ricketts, Portland's goalkeeper, at number 3. Robbie Keane, the LA Galaxy's DP, at number 4. And Diego Fagundes coming on strong from New England at 5.
Well, Diego Fagundes up 2 places to get into the top 5. I'm sure if you had him on your fantasy team, you were happy with the performance that he had. If you're playing fantasy, you have to watch starting lineup later today. Me and Andrew will help you get set up for the week. Also on MLSsoccer.com, Simon, Instant Replay came out yesterday, and I know fans have a lot to say about your thoughts on Obafemi Martins. Also, Extra Time Radio available on MLSsoccer.com. Who is on?
People have had a knee-jerk reaction, Jason. I'm going to go back to Instant Replay on the Obafemi Martins. You got to go back to Instant Replay and actually listen to the whistle. But then we had Extra Time Radio. Troy Perkins, goalkeeper from Montreal, gives us the secrets as to why Montreal is really putting it together and why they are the number 1 team in MLS, according to me.
All right, that's all we have for the Daily today. Plenty to check out on MLSsoccer.com. Let us know what you think of the new studio down in the comments section below, and we'll be back on the Daily tomorrow.